Hi, it's Nova. I'm making a late night video again. I ran across a deal that I found, so I wanted to show you really quick. I was looking at a subscriber of mine, so I was checking out some of her videos, and it's Grumpy Couponer. I think that's what her name is. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Anyways, I actually haven't seen a preview of the new PNG coupon insert for this coming weekend. So I thought, oh, you know what, I'll check that out. And in it, I seen that we're getting this buy one Febreze fabric refreshener and get one Febreze car vent clip, up to $349. So I'm like, you know what? I know that there's a deal going on this coming week, and I haven't really heard anybody talk about it, I don't think, about this deal particularly that I came up with, which is the Febreze sprays are $4.99 a piece, and the car clips are $2.99 a piece. When you buy any of these items, you get $1 extra buck. And before I had said that there's a good deal with the candles. I think it was end up being like 49 cents a piece when you got a few of them. With this deal, I think it's better. So this is limit 10 as well. So the deal I came up with is, of course, it's pretty simple. Buy 3 fabric sprays, buy 3 card clips, right? There's your totals. You're going to buy that many because you need to get past $20. Use a 4 off 20. You use 3 of those BOGO coupons at $2.99. Mind you, if your store allows you to get that $3.49, which is what it says right here, up to $3.49, so maybe your store allows you to get that $3.49, then that will be almost an extra $1.50 off your total. If they do not, it'd still be $8.97. And then because you are paying for 3, you're paying for the fabric sprays, you're getting the car clips for free. You can use coupons on the fabric sprays. There are $3 off any 3 Febreze coupons available that were in an insert. That'll bring you to $7.97, and you'll get $6 in ECBs back, 1 for each of those items that you bought. That'll be $1.97 for all 6 items. In the fabric spray, that's great. I think fabric spray is great. I like candles, but I'd rather have the fabric spray. So that's the deal I come up with on that, and that starts on next week. So this will definitely be one of those deals that I will be picking up on Saturday night, because these items I think will go pretty fast, especially with the good number of coupons that we have available. And then I also wanted to, I had mentioned before in the last video some of the things that I do to help myself, I guess, and one of them is double dipping. That I know I see a lot of my favorite YouTubers can double dip. I cannot. I cannot walk in with a rain check and ask them to print me an ECB for a deal that's going on currently. They will not do it. We've had the corporate called. Corporates agreed with me that yes, at least the one person I talked to, yes, you could do both. And then, but they also said it was up to the regional manager of the store. The regional manager said no. So I cannot do that. So I have to find ways around it. So my ways around it, I'm going to show you in case you can't double dip. Maybe you could do it this way. One of them is what I did today. It was pretty simple. The Revlon nail polish, I used this, not this particular rain check, but one very similar. I bought 6 of them, $4.99, and I got $3 extra buck on each one of them. But in this week, there is a deal where you buy any 2 Revlon and you get a $7 ECB. So I got that $7 ECB back, and I did this deal. And the way I did that is I did a long transaction that printed me 6 or 7 ECBs, I believe. So the person that was ringing me up, I knew would not pay attention to every single one of those, and that's how I got it. If you just were walking there and give them this rain check and buy only the 6 nail polishes, the only thing it's going to print out is that $7 ECB, and it's going to clearly say Revlon on that ECB. They're not going to print this for you if your store does not do double dips. So what I advise is do a bigger transaction like I did. Throw this in there. Don't make it obvious that you're double dipping, and that's what I do on this. And then another way that I do it, an example that I have is the Gillette. Occasionally we have the spend 30, get 10 back. My stores, I'm sure just like yours, cannot keep the Pro Glide in stock when there's good coupons and when they're buy one, get $5 ECB or better. So I get rain checks when they're completely out of stock. I get 3 or however many they'll write me. Normally it's 1 per card, but if they'll write me more, I'll take more. So what I would do on this particular rain check is if I walk in and I use this rain check and get all 3 in one sitting, one transaction, it would be over $30. So I would ask them basically to print me out $15 in ECBs for the rain check, as well as getting that $10 ECB back from this supposed deal. They're going to see that. They're going to see this $10 Gillette print, and they're going to say, well, why am I going to print these? You can only do one or the other. So what I do is I were to, if it's $30, I would do 2 of these. So I would do 2 of these on one card. I would spend, what is this, almost $22, and then not right then, but then I would come back later, maybe the next day, maybe a second transaction, whichever you feel comfortable doing and that you think will pass. Then I would do another razor, put another razor in there towards that $30. So then I'm not getting this rain check ECB back. I've already gotten these rain check ECB backs, but then I'll put one more razor towards that deal, and then it will print out that $10 Gillette Gillette ECB, and it has nothing to do with these rain checks. They're not going to see, oh, she used a rain check on this, and she's getting the $10 ECB. If that makes any sense. That's kind of how I do it. And just to show you on a deal that's going on this week, this particular deal is a really good deal to do it on, because on your receipt it says, it does not say Colgate, it says soft soap. So when that ECB prints out, it's going to say $6 for soft soap. So let's say you were to have a rain check on the Colgate. Maybe it was $3, get $2 ECB back, and you paid $1. So let's say you had a rain check of maybe 4 of those. Obviously you don't want to use all 4 of them, because it's going to put you to 4 times $3 is $12, and it's going to put you redeeming your rain checks and getting that $6 back. So what I would do is if you have 1 card, if you have 2 cards, break that up. Break that up. That way, like I said, you're only using your rain check ECB. You're getting the ECB back on your rain check, but not the $6, and then do a separate transaction to produce this. That way they're not being able to tell. And most of us that coupon shop at CVS at least twice a week, and on I guess that's on maybe an average week. So it's not that you couldn't break this up and do this 2 separate transactions, 2 separate days, just that way you could redeem these ECBs. But I don't know. I hope that's not tricky. I hope you understand. I hope it helps you, because that's the way that I have to do it, and that's the way that I guess I feel like I'm sneaking one by them. Maybe I'm not, but it works for me, and they don't get upset when I do it that way. Maybe what they don't know don't hurt them. And the other thing of it is if the rain check is like this, and let's say I only wanted to do 3, redeem 3 of these. In my stores, I cannot. They make you redeem all 6, or you lose the rain check. So when you're getting rain checks, keep that in mind. Are you going to be doing a deal where you're going to be purchasing all 6 Revlon nail polishes? If not, then you probably need to get, a couple different rain checks. As well as if I were to bring a Gillette rain check in and it says 3 on it, like my other one does that I lost somewhere, if it says 3 on it, I will do 3 separate transactions, and they don't have a problem with me as long as I'm getting the 3. They don't have a problem if I'm breaking up into 3 separate transactions. Then they'll just take the rain check at the end, and no big deal. So that's something that I do. So maybe you'll want to keep that in mind as well. That it's all trial and error. If they tell you no, they tell you no. It's no big deal. You learn from your mistake, and if all else, you could always say, okay, I don't want this. Can I have my money back? And it's honestly better to do that than to walk away paying a lot more for what you didn't want to pay for. If you throw something in there at last minute and you didn't have a coupon or it didn't become a good deal, just at the end, I'd like to return it. And they might not be happy with you, but at least you're walking out of there knowing that you did not pay for more merchandise than what you wanted. And I think that's where I made mistakes at when I was first starting couponing a few years ago, is actually sucking it up and paying for items that I didn't want just because I didn't want to inconvenience anybody. So just remember that it's your money you're inconveniencing. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you think it's a good thing, let me know. Thanks. Have a good day.